You're tuned in to the Kansas City Weather Report, your daily source for the latest local forecast right here in KC. Whether you're planning your commute, weekend barbecue, or just trying to figure out if you need that extra layer, Wes has you covered. So let's dive into today's forecast.
Welcome to the Kansas City Weather Report. I'm meteorologist Wes Peary. Today is Monday, August 4th, and here's what's up with the weather. We're coming off an incredible stretch of cool weather. A little bit of smoke in there to maybe not fully allow us to enjoy how comfortable it has been. But, man, we have just had 4 days of temperatures near and below 80 degrees. Morning temperatures near 60. It's the coolest start to August since the 1980s, I believe. Fantastic. My gosh. And, it's still only going to be about 80 degrees today. So don't get me wrong. Today is still going to be pretty comfortable for August standards. We're just going to have the sun out, and we're beginning to change back to our regularly scheduled hot and humid conditions. With that being said, it's still about 60 degrees outside this morning. Lunchtime temperatures will be near about 70 to 75, and we'll get up to about 80. We'll have mostly sunny skies today, and then for Tuesday morning, it'll drop down to about, again, like 60 to 62. So Tuesday morning, we're still doing good, but the humidity is starting to increase, and we'll get to about 80 to 85 for Tuesday. Wednesday, Thursday, and maybe even Friday morning, we get into this weather pattern in which any storm that forms north of us could get pushed through, and those storms could end up being on the strong side if things come together with timing, especially during the overnight period. We could get some strong thunderstorms then. But there's nothing glaring right now. Just know this is kind of the setup for that. So that means maybe early Wednesday morning, early Thursday morning, there could be some thunderstorms. I can't rule out something then developing in the afternoon as well. Because what happens is storms try to come through during the overnight period. They could fizzle out nearby. That leaves a miniature cold front somewhere wherever those storms fizzled out. That front then kind of reignites in the afternoon, and you get storms that form along that. So, suffice to say, there's a chance of rain Wednesday and Thursday. Temperatures will be on the increase during that period, probably close to 85 degrees for Wednesday. Thursday, it's in the upper 80s, and by Friday, it's in the lower 90s, and the heat index probably near 95 to 100. Yes, back to the summer weather for sure. This may be an abrupt cool down coming Saturday. It may fall into the middle 80s, lower 80s again for Saturday. And then Sunday, a front is kind of stalling nearby here, so chances of rain Saturday through Monday. And then we'll gradually try to warm back up from the lower to middle 80s this upcoming Saturday. And then to next Tuesday, we'll get back up maybe to 85 to 90 degrees. No real glaring signals for a quick jump back up in temperatures near 90 following this cold front. It's August. That's not out of the question. But at this point, we would usually be seeing some sort of hint. That would be a pretty big jump. We just kind of have to wait and see what ends up happening with this front, again, that tries to come through sometime this upcoming weekend into early the following week. So I would say we have really one more day left, that is today, of this incredibly comfortable weather before everything goes up. And you'll probably really start to notice the humidity increasing by Wednesday, and then the heat, the humidity, all that is there by the end of the week. All right, recapping the forecast, near 90 degrees for near 80 degrees for the high temperature today, mostly sunny skies. Lower 80s for Tuesday, middle 80s for Wednesday and Thursday, close to 90 degrees for Friday, and the heat index 95 to 100. And then we'll be back into the 80s, I think, for Saturday through Monday, with a cold front maybe coming through and rain chances lingering around. Thanks so much for joining me for this edition of the Kansas City Weather Report. You may have noticed that these episodes are kind of going out on somewhat random days as compared to what they used to go out. That's because my schedule is also getting kind of changed around with staffing changes going on with my on-air job, and I left my microphone at work, and so I wasn't able to do anything from home. But just know you may start getting podcasts more consistently on Monday mornings. Yeah. All right. Have a good one.